Well, hello there and welcome back. This is Kusan. I'm on Kusan Gaming channel and we are playing Transport Fever 2. We are playing America Island, which is super exciting because we have the East Coast here developing quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. The only thing that's bothering me is this, let's press play. This here diagonal road, squiggly road, this road to Boston as well is bothering me because if it's not planned by yours truly, then I think it's not planned at all, and it's quite not nice. Now we're in a bit of a pickle here with the cash flow. We are in the negative. We took out some loans last episode, which means we now are $6.5 million in debt. Oh, look at that! We just got $1.5 million back. So maybe I'll pay back those the extra loan there. We could try to pay off our loan entirely. That would be nice too. But we should be investing into our company. Now, I did say last episode we're going to go to the West Coast. Now, I'm thinking if I go to the West Coast, one thing I don't want to be doing is, well, maybe I do want to put a rail line here, but the thing is, it wasn't historically that the railway was built from the east to the west, but I'm thinking now they also built a bit from the west to the east, so it would be okay to actually have a rail line. We would need to find sort of a point of interest here, and I'm very interested in Bay City, although Seattle already has a network attached to it. But Bay City just looks like the ultimate destination for anybody wanting to go anywhere on the West Coast. We also have Los Angeles somewhere, right here on this bay. Los Angeles does have pretty disgusting city planning right now, but with all these hills, we could have some Beverly Hills and Hollywood sign and everything, imaginary Hollywood sign. So what can we do with Bay City? I haven't actually planned anything prior to recording this, so I see food. They don't want food. Okay, construction materials. Well, it's a shame because we built some construction materials on the other side of the world, on the East Coast. So maybe, what about these tools? Tools, is that tools, right? Those are indeed tools. Well, we have a lumber to tools over here near Seattle. And in terms of wood products, well, there's a lumber mill here near Bay City. And there's a bunch of lumber near Bay City and Los Angeles. So maybe Seattle, Bay City, and Los Angeles could quite nicely have a transport line between the three cities, which would look similar to what's going on the East Coast with the with having three cities connected and having goods being delivered to some of those three cities. But the distances are far larger. But that's okay, because it's 1864, and newer and faster locomotives are becoming available. I'm also wondering maybe there's another source of wood somewhere nearby, but pretty much, because it would be nice to bring logs one way and then also bring them the other way. We also have logs over there. Which would mean nothing to me, really. Alright, so we're gonna have to do this in a one-way type of fashion. Well, let's start by trucking. I think we should truck these logs to the lumber mill. At least start off by doing that. Now, if you were wondering about me naming the cities, which it seems like all I do in this series is name cities. Well, if you're wondering when your city will show up, because there is sort of a limited amount of cities, well, don't you worry. I will be placing some cities around the turn of the century maybe, or, well, we'll see when, but I would be, okay, where can we swerve you? This way. I don't want to destroy that many of the trees in this beautiful area, so we're gonna make this road look naturally generated, if at all possible, and also save some trees. So maybe once the turn of the century hits, I might start placing a few more cities here in the middle just to fill in the space, because, well, it would be exciting to have a lot of cities to connect up. So why did I choose this lumber instead of that one? Because it's in a nice place, that's why. Is it gonna be profitable? It could be. I don't really care that much about profit because, as I said, this game, compared to Transport Fever 1, I'm already flying high in money with that oil line we built. Which, you know, call me unfair. I'm playing by the rules. I haven't infused any cash using the sandbox tool, which is it's completely possible to just give me some money if ever I need it, but I don't need it. So there we go. We can already make money off of this line just by bringing wood one way. The west coast here is just so pristine and so untouched that it just brings pleasure to my eyes. This bus depot maybe goes near to Los Angeles. Oh, and look at that, Los Angeles also needs some tools. I'll just put it in between the two cities then. Buy vehicles. We don't have any new cargo vehicles available. Let's just go ridiculous and buy, I don't know how many that is. 8? Let's buy 8. For line 1, line 1 is green. I do like that color for a forestry line, but can we get it to be forest green? We can get it to be forest green. That's not a problem. Look at that. Look at that forest green color. You can hardly tell it's there, actually. That's not actually might not be that good, but we have logs. We have logs piling up right there. We'll send 8 that way, and maybe we'll send another 8 once they get there, something like that. Now, once the lumber is done, the lumber has to go all the way here, which is okay, because we're probably going to use a train to do that, aren't we? What can we bring back that's like a plank? We can bring back, you see, it takes a steak car. Now I know what you're thinking, steaks are food. No, I'm talking about a steak car, which can bring planks, it can bring steel, it can bring construction materials. Is that it though? Is there anything else that can go on a steak car? We're gonna have to ask somebody on the East Coast how this works. And by somebody, I mean we have to ask the train depot by fake buying the thing. Okay, cars and logs. You know, cars is an interesting thing. That's a mod I have on, and I don't know how it... Do they have... Okay, they obviously... I just answered the question. It goes on a steak car. I was going to wonder if they go into a special car for that, but no, they don't. Now, the other thing Bay City could have is a nice cargo, a nice harbor. But what would I be using that for? Maybe for... Definitely not for passengers. There's not that many destinations. I am flying off the edge of the map there. That is frightening. And I would like to not fly off the map if I could avoid it. Alright. Maybe I'll buy not 8, but 4. Although that would not be fair. I'll buy 8. I'm a man of my word. I'll buy 8. Now it's just gone ridiculous. So many logs are going to be shipped, and we haven't even done the second part of the route. Let's think about this. So, a train line, right? Yeah, it's only train line. I don't see any other. Trucking would be just ridiculous. I don't want to put that many cars on the road because it just gets hard to manage. It's probably going to be profitable. So if I was going to build a train line, how would I make it so that everyone can benefit from it? I would put it somewhere here in the middle. I would put it just on this side of that corner there. Probably it would reach over here, but not over... What am I talking about? I'm talking about the reach of the road. And nobody likes a curved road. So we're going to just actually demolish the whole thing. We build a nice straight road. This game doesn't know what a straight road is. That is pretty straight. Let's do it. Let's build that there. It has a bump, but it's straight. So a straight bump is better than a curved bump. Take that to the grave, I can guarantee you. See, it actually does reach from all the way over there. So we can actually put oil on this train line. We can stack it up with all sorts of goods. It's almost even too good to be true. Now let's just plan this alignment here. You are pretty well aligned. So I'll be placing you down momentarily after I examine everything. It's 160 meters. Is that what we're doing now? We're just going the whole thing. We're just putting down the full. I don't like that. How long is the train station over here? Is it 160 meters? Nope. It is the normal human allowable distance for 1860. We don't want to be pushing it. We want to be remaining within, economic means. Although it is a lumber train. No, I don't think we have a locomotive that can haul as many cars as the length that we're planning. So we'll go with the 120. That's the kind of planning we do here. It does reach. We just have to double check that. Now this corner here is annoying me, but we're gonna have to stop that from annoying me. I hope it's annoying you too, because I'm fixing it for you. Here's a nice corner. And when need will be, we will connect up the other side. The other side. Let's start by building a nice straight track. Nice straight piece of track. I was trying to protect the forest earlier on. Now for the railway, we don't protect nothing. We just claim it. We just claim it. How is this doing? This is pretty nice. It goes equidistant from all these mountains, which prevents any danger of landslides. Now, I think we're gonna need to, because this train line quite conveniently passes this coal mine, this iron ore mine, and that coal mine. Are there any steel mills? Yeah, there is one past Los Angeles. So we're gonna max out this train line like you've never seen before, son. This is gonna be maxed out to an extent not yet ever seen before, son. Yeah, that works. The less curve, the better. We need as much straightitude and parallelism. That's running right into a farm, isn't it? Alright, so we clearly need just a little bit more curve, and then we'll do the whole straightitude talk I was giving you. We will curve you yay much. Yonder here. This yonder here. How about that? How about that right there? Can I cache that outside? I can cache that right there. How about that? Alright. I hope that's not copywritten because I have used it. Is any of these... You're telling me that's straight. Well, that's then what I want. I want that. I'm surprised I have the cash to build this. Sometimes I wish this game was a bit more challenging. But I believe, I'll be quite honest with you. I usually play this game on the ancient time, well, from 1850 to 1900. I haven't actually played Transport Fever into those modernish type years. The World Wars, the electrification. I haven't done that. Because I don't know why. It's not that I'm a fan of steam trains, I am. I like steam trains. But the game gets a bit complicated for me, so we'll have to see. Maybe, and the cost of things goes up significantly, so thereby increasing the challenge presented to said gamer, being myself. Alright, if I build a train station right here, I would feel pretty darned good about that. I would feel good about it. The other option is building it on the other side of this wood plank factory. Let's see, I would say the smart thing would honestly just, but then we're gonna have to cross all this here, do a cross the goods line. Would you be happy with that? And also you're going up a bit of a slope, I think. Let's put the train station in first. Let's incur maximum cost and then see if we like it. Then we'll see if, after having spent $120,000 on a station, should we not reconsider. You're quite a hillside station. I feel there's a hill right there. I don't feel there's a hill. There is a hill. That's a fact. You are parallel there, sir, but I don't know if you're parallel to the track. There is no track to be seen. Where is the track? Alright. If I bring you out here, you're coming too close to this city. If I bring you here, you're curved for like ages. That's a lot of curve. We're gonna keep you a bit straight here for a little bit. Just until here. And just when you get close to the city, you curve away. Are we at the speed limit here? 120 going the whole way? That's good. What if we push it? What if we push it? Now, by pushing it, we're also pushing the emissions. I mean, I didn't show you this last time, but on the East Coast, New York is being a bit eaten up by emissions. We are off the map there. Alright, see, the shipping lines don't bother anybody that much. The train lines bother everybody a lot. As you can see, I built this train station, Philadelphia, quite a ways away from the center point of the city. At the time, there was not even all these roads. They happily built the roads up and moved in closer to the train station, which causes emissions. At least the residents of Philadelphia chose the right place to live. Whereas the industry of New York is in a nice area where there's not that many emissions. And then you have the people and the populace that just built their houses. Literally, this house was not there. This guy literally chose to move in here, and now he's gonna have emissions. Whereas Boston, I don't know. Boston is a nice, clean city, and they're building that piece of road I do not approve of. What can we do about that? Is there anything we can possibly... We can place another town there. That would increase the amount of roads there. I want no roads there. Alright. So here we are on the west coast building a beautiful train line. We can almost start shipping the wood to the destination. Should we go ahead and do that? We can go ahead and do that, should we? Well, we would probably have to double track it. No, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. We're just gonna go ahead and be trailing forward with our plan. Get the train on this railroad as soon as possible. Are we ever gonna connect that to this train line? Maybe. Well, we're gonna have to rebuild the depot if we are. Alright, so this line would go from... Actually, the depot should have been on this side. From there... Oh, that is going to cost us an arm and a leg to have the train go one way empty. Well, we might as well start paying for it right off the bat. So, do we have any new steam locomotives that... Okay, maybe not a Russian one. The Borsig is European. The General would be the one I have to go with then, until something better comes along. We need a state car, I believe, to bring planks. Yeah, we are bringing planks in one direction. Maybe we should make this train a bit similar to the one on the on the east coast. But I know the west coast likes to be all unique and stuff. What did we get here? We did a 120. Mediocre. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one then. 2.5 million. We do have that kind of money laying around, so we will press purchase in a second once we commit. We just have to meditate a bit about this. Okay, we're ready. Set it to line 2. Here we are. Now you better bring us some income. I think just by virtue of the distance of the traveled from point A to point B, we can make a profit, at least 100 or 200,000 in one direction, or overall over the course. Let's see. Now we need to double track it. I want to make sure I get this track on the right side of things, and it's probably going to be on this side. Because we're double tracking it now because we need to send that tools train. Actually, wait, the tools aren't needed in Bay City. Yeah, so we need to send the tools back. So we're going to need to double track it and put a second train of a different consist. Now this track being all flat and straight and stuff is actually quite cheap. It's the trains that are expensive. We're gonna have to use the same platform for the moment. Don't you worry, everything's gonna be upgraded and made pretty in the future. Well, it's already being made to be pretty, but it's gonna be even more pretty in the future. Now, why I didn't place a double thing here, I think we should just go ahead and make this a double platform station, because there are definitely going to be more than one train stopping here all the time. There's trains going to be heading in all the directions. I think, or maybe not, but we already did it, so there's no taking it back. Well, there is taking it back, but we're not one to do that. So a reverse turnaround point. How is our wood delivery line going? The whole line itself, it is making $30,000. That's pretty good. Ah, see, here we go. I'm not connecting things up properly. I have sent the train, I have put the signals in. I told you this would happen. And it's a good thing I noticed it, because the train hasn't yet gotten here, so we can still redeem ourselves. I just love this. Look at that. These people live here so peacefully. There's no transit in the city. There's no goods being delivered to the city, but there is a train line passing the city, so they look on jealously. But they're the kind of West Coast folk that like the soak in the sun and not worry too much about that type of stuff. Here comes that train. We're playing on medium speed, so it's coming doubly as fast as it should be. We can see the light. What's a good view here? Can I see it from the city? Let's enjoy it from the city. Let's imagine you work here at this here industrial building. Oh, I saw a little bump there. There goes that train. It's a pretty short train. We're not going to complain though. Good job. You go on. Alright, so we do have planks waiting at the station. 6 planks. That's not going to bring us money. We're going to have to tell this guy to wait till full. Line 2, manage line. Bay City. Wait till full, please. I do ask you to do that. That's more than 6, I would say. That's 10. So, and we didn't even check. Yeah, everything does connect. Everything touches everything. Everything's connected to everything. So everything should be working. Now, we send the planks there. We need to bring the tools back. It's not yet time to do that because, well, that's simple. Because they haven't received any planks here in Seattle. So as I was saying, I wasn't saying anything really. I was just enjoying this whole thing. I was wondering if we need another stop here in Bay City. Truthfully, the more stops the better. If we can space out the stops equidistant, we can have a stop here, a stop here, a stop here, a stop here, and a stop at the harbor. That would just make my life a bundle of roses. So we're going to go ahead and make my life a bundle of roses, and hopefully it makes your life a bundle of roses. We're going to have to manipulate the game here by pausing it and redoing our eyeball calculation. It would be somewhere here. I would like to know, I'm pretty much guessing that it would, but will this farm reach this station? I do pray. I do pray it does. Wow, at 120 meters, this is not looking too fancy, but you know, we can always just not gamble on this and actually do a sort of a measuring experiment as we do this. There's the road. It does not reach. It reaches around here. So what are we gonna do about that? Are we gonna put the train station here and sort of destroy one field, maybe? I think we will. Or are we gonna move the station a bit off of its original plan trajectory? Maybe here. Yeah, that could work. Let's do it a little bit further down the trajectory. We'll extend you a bit yonder. We'll place the train station with full confidence there. Let's see now. I mean, this is almost evil of me, but what if I build a bridge over the field? Can that be done? They're not liking it. Oh, it can be done. This can be done. So we might do that. It's actually one of the worst things I've ever thought of doing, but if it brings prosperity to the land, let's place it. Let's say for now. I mean, this farmer clearly doesn't mind all these pillars onto this field. I have another question. What if, can we build roads between the fields? No. They've claimed all that for themselves. Let's not do that. The only problem now is that I don't think I actually reached the station at that slope. There we go. Now I reach the station like that. And we have reached the field. Okay, promise me you're not gonna... It looks ridiculous. We're not gonna stand for this. We are not gonna stand for this. We're gonna spend 200,000 and delete the poor farmer's field. But that's the name of that's the name of the game, and that's how you bring success to the land. West Coast. West Coast. There we go, as straight as possible. And then we need to obviously give it a little assistance here, like this. Like this here. Assist. Brilliant. Is that really brilliant? Right now it's giving me a bunch of... It's because I have this open. It looks okay. It looks better than a big bridge. And the farm still looks massive, so I'm not going to complain. We can destroy this on that side. Unnecessary there. Reconnect up the track and press play as if nothing ever occurred. Why is this on a slope? Is that necessary? I didn't know there's a slope over there. It's a pretty serious slope too. Also, that road is a bit deep there, inset a bit. You're coming down, then you decide to level off, but it looks like you're going up. Alright, we'll try one more time. We've destroyed enough of the city for this. I press N here. Well, I don't know. Maybe we have to rebuild the station. We do have to rebuild the station. We might have to terraform, and at some point we're going to run out of money. Let's increase the brush size a bit. Now, what seems to be the problem here? There's a ditch here. There's a little bit of a... What have I done? What is this? Alright, this is no good. Flatten that back down. Flatten it on all the sides. This railroad can't be possibly any straighter. I don't know where that slope emerged from. Do we try again? I would say we try again. Well, I already see there's going to be a little bit of a slope problem there, but if we bring the station, or the other problem is if we don't bring the station, if we don't touch the railroad, and it won't perfectly align, and I like some perfect alignment myself. Okay, we're going to pretend that that's perfectly aligned. But we're going to learn very soon that there is misalignment happening. Will that be noticeable over a longer period of time? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Let's set this track. It's not that bad. Okay, once again I forgot to do a double platformed track there, but I don't think we need that right now. We're just going to connect it right through the station. And should we need a station there, we'll place this. What's going on here? I placed it right. There we go. Does that look any better than before? There's a little bit of slope, but nobody will know. And then that one is a bit into the ground. Okay, wow. Now this is not as nice as I wanted it to be. Can you flatten out, please? Here. It's supposed to be very flat and American looking, and no curve. I can spot a tiny curve. You spot that curve there, you know I've been around town here planning things. And now it's up to us to just pretend and hide it up. I think I'm gonna have to place trees on all sides here. There we go. Let's press play. Let our business continue accruing profits. I'll even go so far as to put it on fast forward, because I can't contain my excitement with this cargo line. So would it be too soon of me to put another train on the tracks here? It would be. Well, I would keep building stations as I planned. I'm going to start measuring. I'm using my fingers now. You can't see this part of the broadcast. I'm putting fingers, touching my screen, and trying to measure things. So yeah, this station here is a bit too far down, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. put a station there and here. These 3 stops are going to be a bit too close to each other, but all the stops are a bit close. What did I want? Did I want some kind of a extra megalomaniac map? Yes, I did. I would love a megalomaniac size map. Do we have a megalomaniac size map? We do not have a megalomaniac map. Megalomaniac size. There we go. Can't even say the word. How's this train doing? Loading up. Should we go check on the East Coast? Does anybody care about the East Coast anymore? We're having so much fun on the West Coast. We can reconnect roads. We can do that. That's good. That is good. Now eventually Bay City is going to have to use this station, which is pretty far away, which means the emissions should be nice and low. They are going to reach a bit of this town, maybe, but just enough to keep them from complaining too much. Now the population of Bay City right now is 221, so take note of that because it will go up. It will definitely go up. How much will it go up? Well, we're going to bring it some tools, so that should bring it up a bit. Are we going to put passengers on this line? I don't know. I feel as though that might not be a good idea, seeing as I'm going to be bringing down oil. Well, we can obviously put 4 tracks there, but I didn't plan it that way. And if I start changing plans, we're gonna have stations on the wrong side. It's possible. Actually, you know what? It's probably what's gonna happen anyway. We're gonna have to connect. We're gonna have a station here. This is gonna be the passenger station for Seattle. So you're gonna have a bus route there, and then a passenger station over here for Bay City, and then another one somewhere here for Los Angeles. That would be amazing. Are we there yet? Well, we have 1 million. We have 1.9 million. Okay, this train can go. It's 62 out of 63. You can go now, sir. Oh, apparently it's now we're at 70. 64 out of 70. Maybe this will do it. This will not do it. Maybe this will do it. How many? You have 4 logs on you. Every 2 log is 1 plank. So every time a truck comes, that's 2 planks. So mathematically we need 35 deliveries of this here. Let's get on this train. We are playing on high speed, so this is going ridiculously fast right now. Should we we'll slow it down, maybe? Will we slow it down? Yeah, let's get on it. Let's get on board this wood train. I'm not going to name this train because we have a general on the other side called the Mighty Hauler. And basically all the trains of this era should be a general. We do have that one other train. I forgot the name. I can see there's a little bump in the road there. And there's a bump everywhere here. I'm gonna have to do something about this, maybe off camera. Or maybe not. Can we increase the speed whilst on a train? No, we can't. We're going 37 kilometers per hour. 36. We're losing speed on this hump. I almost have no commentary for what's happening right now. We're slowly making it. Well, that's the kind of days. This is the 1860s. It's almost 1870 actually. 1867. Let's speed it up. Woo! There we go. That's more like it. Now, are we happy with the color of the land? I would say I'm actually happy with that because it does represent wood with its green tint. Cargo train, cargo West Coast lumber. Is that what we've been calling it? We've been giving it the title of the transit types, then we've been naming the area it's in, and then when we call it lumber, I think we'll understand. Well, it is lumber. I was going to say tool and lumber, but we can only transport the lumber on this. There we go. Let's zoom in here and get a final shot of this train on a normal speed. I do like all these palm trees. It's gonna take a while. Let's speed you up here. How much money are we gonna make? That's the real question I have. Are you ready for this? 800,000. Brilliant. So apparently we actually profited by, well, this year 500,000, but we did have to cover some of those previous year costs. We did spend quite a while in the station waiting though. Now at this point, there's already 24 lumber waiting, so by the time the train gets there, maybe like 50 or 60 lumber, which is almost the amount that we need. We need 70. This will start making tools, and I'm gonna have to buy a tool train now. But for now, we're ending this episode on a high note. $4 million. We'll repay some loans, and now we only have $1 million in loan left. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode where we've pretty much focused on a cargo line on the West Coast. And in the next episode, I think we're gonna try to make a push from the East Coast. Well, actually, we're gonna have to finish that whole tool thing, but if we can, we're gonna push towards Pittsburgh, I think. I'm excited to start working on the loop line, so I want to do that within the next few episodes, maybe. And then maybe by the turn of the century, 1900s, we'll connect both sides of the map up. And we'll see growth like you've never seen growth before, son. You will see growth like you've never seen before. Alright, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good one.